Hi everybody, welcome back. We've actually switched over to another game between the Prime, Starsurge, and Go, or like what Hollow would like to call them, just OG actually.
I mean, they actually are. If you're looking at the names, right, you have Thompson, who, and then Joyson has clearly stolen. No, but look at Thompson as the icon, like the flag, right?
Ah,
and then
right,
you see Jerax, you see Anna, No-Tail, Seb. Come on.
Obviously.
Come on.
It's OG.
It's OG. Duh. OG in what? I think female form. Mind you, this team is Prime Starsurge. On the other hand, are an Indonesian team. So we're gonna see the first
have an Indonesian team here.
non-Filipino team. So yeah, they don't like Mirana. They've been banning it a lot, and it's funny that they actually picked it on this one. What do you think about the latest patch with the Mirana nerfs?
Oh my goodness. In the words of Sing Sing, in bird culture, this is considered a really bad move.
I agree.
I think she got nerfed like 3 patches in a 3 patches in a row, and oh my goodness! But she is still. I don't think her win rate has actually seen a drop at all. She's still that.
She's still good.
Here.
She's still good. I mean, it nerfed a little bit of the laning phase. It's not as strong as it once was, but at the end of the day, if you can still hit your arrows, you can still get in combat. You know what I mean? Like
transitions into like a semi carry at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
she's super powerful.
Yeah, she's super powerful.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny because they always say that Mirana or Wind Ranger, one of these two is always strong, but both are never strong at the same time. And I play mainly Wind Ranger, so I hate Mirana because of that, because Wind Ranger never gets her sun.
But now she's getting nerfed.
But it's not enough. It's not enough. Ice Frog, help us. Help us, please.
Okay.
So what do you think about this essentially off-lane lineup by Prime Starsurge? It's like because Mirana can be
Pango, you could get Beast as well.
Interesting lineup. I think Pango can be played almost anywhere. I like him even as a 1. I've seen it.
Now it was a 1 Pango. Really?
It can happen. It
I'm
works.
looking that this could be a mid Pango right now, or it could be even a post 4 if they wanted.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I don't know if they want to go for this. There could be a Huskar. Oh, is it Huskar? Yeah.
The Huskar's still on the board.
Huskar Oracle?
Yeah. It's super powerful. And it's funny that I don't think Go see that coming. If they pick it last, it could be a great last pick. And to be honest, if you're looking at right-click action, the Jugs, yes.
Yes, the Jug, but that's about it, right?
Centaur, Tiny, these are like slow, strong right-clickers, right? And I mean, yeah, they got the Magic Burst and that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, you need right-clickers to deal with Huskar, and especially against the Oracle.
Yep.
Recipe for disaster. No, I'm asking. Is it a recipe for disaster?
Oh, you're asking?
Sorry,
wait, I think
inflection with my. Is it a recipe for disaster?
Right. Okay. Possible, but of course, Huskar always, has that issue when he falls off, right? If they don't capitalize on that early game to mid game kind of power spike that Huskar has, that late game can be quite an issue. And of course, Juggernaut is an incredibly strong, reliable late game carry here. So late-ish game, he kind of goes early, but you could still carry him into the late game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they banned the Morphling and the Savin. Huskar is still up for the taking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if they thought they were going to pick Huskar, it would have been instant pick, right, at this point, right?
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter about time, and they had that in mind, but it looks like they're still kind of...
still kind of thinking about it, huh?
Yeah.
Because Huskar, and also if you think about Beastmaster Aura as well.
True. They got a ton of auras, right? But you need something that, like, okay, Pango will kind of control the field, right? Beastmaster, you got the roar on. Mirana will set up into the combo of the arrow after that, right? What is going to kill it? You need that late game, that damage dealer that's just going to take you over the top.
Mirana.
No. I mean, I think, okay. I think Mirana can be played as a 1. I don't like it, though.
I don't like it, though, as well. I feel like she takes a lot to get there.
Agreed. And I don't feel like the Pango and the Beastmaster are kind of control and not, like, too much damage oriented, like the late game one. I want, like, the Sven type, the Huskar, something that will, you need right-click action. Right. But so far,
Lifestealer honestly would have been really good for the Prime because but the thing is that it's banned out already. So because Lifestealer plus the heal from the Oracle, right? Basically, a Lifestealer never ever dies.
Yeah.
They go for Troll instead.
That's the right click.
It
works well with the Oracle.
It's a fake Huskar.
A fake Huskar.
It's a fake Huskar.
Uglier Huskar. I'm not sure.
I think they're both pretty ugly.
Okay, really? But if you
not
had to,
marry either of them.
Not really. But what about? Okay. On a scale.
I know what question you want to ask. I know what question you want to ask. I will not marry. I will not kill.
Okay, anyways. You know where I was going. But okay, now answer my question without me actually having to ask the question.
Wait, but you have to give me 3 options then. I currently have 2.
Definitely not Storm. He's good looking even for me, right? Like I'm Storm.
You're not into like that dad bod sort of thing, you know? Have you seen his tummy? Like,
you don't have to judge it, right? Like he's got charisma up the wazoo, right? That's why he zips around. It's charisma. It's charisma lightning. Isn't that how it works? No?
Is he the most charismatic hero in the game?
I think he is. Name another one.
Pango is pretty. He's pretty fast.
He's aight. He's the type where, you know, I would never leave my wife or girlfriend near this guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't trust him, you know? He's kind of like shady. Right? Like I don't know about that guy. Like you can be friends with anyone else, but this guy, you know what I mean? Like I got to draw the line there, right? Well, Storm, on the other hand, you're like, that's a funny dude. I like him. I understand why she likes him.
But the funny guy steal your girl.
Whatever. Bring it, okay? I will.
Confident.
Yeah, I can mess around with that, but like the shady guy, like the Pango guy, you're like, oh man, you gotta watch out for the guy's drink. You know what I mean? Like he might spike your drink, you know, and then he rolls away. Like I can see it happening. I don't like Pango. Okay, I don't like him as a hero. I don't like him as a person. And yeah, I just don't like him. I'm sorry.
Him. All right. So
he's just too much for me.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, we're talking about Pango so much, I don't even know who they picked in the end. Oh, Storm. Okay.
Storm. That's right.
Got it. We're talking Dota, right?
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, so we talked about the troll being that fake Husker, who also goes down to really low amounts of health before, you know, he actually pops, you know, before he actually starts dying again, right?
Right.
Becomes invulnerable. Storm pick. Do you like this Storm pick? Yeah. Hi, Joyson.
My issue that I could see is that like he's zipping in, right? And then like the Oracle has the False Promise, the Mirana has the Moonlight, Pango can just roll out. So it's really hard to just kind of lock that guy down.
You kind of just want to go for the Oracle straight, right? It's
yeah, you have to.
Here. Yeah.
Number one target.
Tiny could also try to, you know, go for the Oracle toss. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the Tiny 4 is, I think it's very, very strong, even though Ice Frog's been nerfing.
Yeah.
But level 1 toss, man. Just completely opposition. Easy kills if you can get it off.
Okay. All right, so let's just introduce the players. On both sides of the team, we have Altia on that Troll Warlord. You've got on the Pangolier. What is this lack of vowels? Schweizer. Schweizer. And on the Mirana, you've got... It's a mid Mirana, actually. Miang. Yeah, Miang on that mid Mirana. And on the Oracle, we've got Sky Meow. And last but not least, on the Beastmaster, we've got a Leia. And it looked like they'll be going for this top rune here, where the Chikiro is... this is no-tail on the Chikiro, obviously no-tail.
Oh, they got a boar.
Ana on the Juggernaut. Is he going to spin for this here? Nah, he doesn't get it because, you know, Quick Fingers, Schweizer actually gets the rune instead. Beastmaster going to be walking the other way around, actually.
Back to my point about the Pango being a little shady, right? Steals the rune right underneath the jugs. Again, like, suspect, this guy.
Yeah.
I don't like Pango.
Seb on the Centaur here. And, of course, mid, we've got Thompson or Joyson, you know, the female version, basically. Yeah. Look at the creep, so cute!
Oh, okay, so we've equaled it out. Obviously, now we have...
yeah, we've got both creeps enabled now.
Yeah, they're both pretty nice. I wish you like better the Dire or the Radiant on this one.
I don't know, man. The Dire, look at the tail. It's so cute. You know, it's like a armadillo tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas these are like chameleon tails.
I think it's called Rango.
Rango?
The movie? The Johnny Depp movie?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
they've got really big googly eyes, you know.
Yes. It reminds me of that. Okay.
Right, a little. The Radiant creeps here, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll stare at them a bit later on, you know, if we've got if your paws coming out. But this lane here is the Beastmaster Pango lane. I believe the Beastmaster is the position 3. Let's see, let's check Pango's out. Yeah, Beastmaster's the one with the Quelling Blade. Yeah, gives more damage. You know, last hits. Puts up the Hawk already. It's like a boar. Gonna spit. But at the same time, you know, Ana. I'm just going to call them, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to pretend that we're actually casting, you know, OG games right now.
Yeah, we should. I'm just disappointed that Ana is not on the IO.
Right. But After the nerfs, actually, would you really run an IO as as that possible anymore?
I think it still works.
It still works.
I think it still works.
It completely reworked
I think
that
only
hero,
Anna can do that.
Yeah, only Anna can do that.
Only Anna can do it, but I think it could still work.
Storm Spirit dropping really low, got arrow to the
Fairy
face,
Fire.
actually going to get the Fairy Fire, but Leon's going to leap forward as well. Going to get a lot of damage in by
She's gonna
the
turn
She's
around?
gonna turn around. Oh my
She's
goodness.
turning.
It's got a lot of damage
Oh,
going
with
in.
the
It looks
creep.
like Mei-Yang.
The outplay? Is this really Thompson?
It's actually Thompson.
Like, she knew exactly how much damage she had. They had, like, the creep wave that were all hitting the Mirana. She had the Fairy Fire. She knew exactly how much life she had.
Actually, okay, sorry. As we were wowing over the real Thompson, by the way, if we was to kill top on that Beastmaster here,
What an
probably
outplay
gets,
there.
dual breath slowed as well. Yeah. Blade
Okay.
Fury into dual breath here, incredibly strong. Nothing much that the Pangolier can do about it because, Swashbuckle does not pierce spell immunity. Oh, wait, it does? It does.
It does,
It does. It does. All right.
One thing, though, is that we didn't do
damage, right?
predictions going in.
Oh, we didn't do predictions, that's right.
I mean, it's kind of like biased now, but who do you like, I guess? The game can still change.
I'm like maybe an OG fangirl, so.
Okay. I'm going to go, okay, just to make this interesting, I'm going to go with the, what are they, Prime Starsurge.
Okay, so.
As they
Prime
get another,
Starsurge,
oh
as they get
gosh.
another, right. Okay, to
Okay,
get another
okay.
kill
All right.
onto
I still have faith.
the OG fangirls, get another kill onto that Troll Warlock, who seems to have dived a bit too deep under the tower, actually. Trying to get a kill, I suppose, and Oracle not quite there to back up the...
He's pulling these skeletons to his
Yeah.
troll. There's no creep wave. Okay. All right. I mean, the only thing I can see Starsurge right now is the Oracle Troll combo. I think that this combo has potential. If the Troll can get a decent laning phase, get some items, and then do some actual damage, I think that this combo is definitely something they need to worry about.
Of course. The synergy between these two heroes is just incredibly strong right here. So Oracle, of course, a very strong laner, always able to maintain that lane equilibrium very easily with purifying flames. So he's going to be just fine, Seb getting a little bit low, but he's a Centaur, Centaur is big, strong, regens really fast.
I mean, the thing is that the Centaur is completely out of health regen. Does have 10 or so stacks of Retaliate, so she does have that potential. But
Gonna buy the Wing of Regen with this is gonna be quite alright. The
Okay.
regen is gonna be enough.
so now that lane becomes tough for the Troll.
The Troll, yep, definitely. Tiny making a move towards mid already has the bottle and boots actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect rotation. Like, this is the way it's supposed to be played. Roaming, getting all the runes.
Rana
which
does have 3 leaps though, so...
the
pull
pullback.
her in.
Tiny's
Gonna
coming
wait
along.
out 1 leap to get the stun out the avalanche, but it's not enough because she still has 2 more leaps. She'll be just fine.
I think that charge thing is just a little overpowered.
The charge thing?
Yeah, the jumping of
the jumping,
Mirana.
right.
You know, like like if you had,
Gets taken down immediately. I think thinking, of trading hits with the Centaur, but not understanding the Centaur. Very, very strong. Deals a lot of damage in the game here.
This is a problem. The Centaur gets away. Oh my gosh, this Beastmaster, bad spot.
Okay. Anna spinning down the Beastmaster, but will be deterred by that tower. Thompson actually went for the rune. Has a haste rune actually. Gonna run down this Pangolier. Maybe Schweizer not gonna stand a chance. He's gonna drop another remnant and just running down.
I'm gonna say that every time it dies. I mean, easy kill there with haste.
Easy kill
makes
with
it very
haste,
easy.
and
with
there's nothing they can do. The score is 0-5 right now. It's only 5 minutes in. Kill a minute.
It's so sad when you walk by the runes and they're already taken. Is that Oracle?
Yeah.
But this is, I don't even know if you can fight this. Even with the Oracle there, you have the Stomp, Fortune's End.
Fortune's End, but this guy, he's still really strong.
Yeah, you just get back in the lane.
Dealing so much damage. Now Tiny's gonna come in. They're not gonna go on the Centaur anymore. But I don't think the Centaur is anywhere, near death at all. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing you need to do against the Centaur is to constantly pull. You need to get the XP lead, right? If you can deny any sort of XP going to the Centaur, you have a chance.
Yeah, so she's been pulling the hard cam, actually stacking it and pulling it as well. So that, we've got this coming out here.
I'm surprised Centaur hasn't reacted to that. But Jerax does have the bottle. I'm surprised he let the illusion go. Oh, he let, okay. So he let Storm pick it up.
Storm get it, right, yeah. So when you got 2 bottles, you have to coordinate right now. And now Storm's making a rotation down mid here. They do see the Oracle, and they know the Troll is around the vicinity. They could have a TP in from nobody else. They're gonna go in from the Troll itself. Disarm onto Storm Spirit, toss him up, throw him down. Thank you for flying with tiny airlines. Schweizer not able to do very much here. TP's in, but you know, it's just here to take some EXP.
Yeah, so, I mean, nice rotation there. They called missing. I think the Troll thought he was a little bit safe. Didn't really expect the Storm to kind of zip under tower. But if they knew that was going to happen, they probably should have, Pengo should have TP'd a little bit sooner. But this is the problem with the 4, right? You have Swashbuckle, but you're not doing a whole lot of damage yet.
I mean, that's why I say, like, you know, there was going to be a TP in, but what can the Pangolier really do? Okay, Tiny coming in from behind, stuns up the Mirana. Mirana does have a leap. They will disengage from this one here right now. She does have 2 leaps, so Oracle as well shows up, but they'll be just fine, you know. Storm, they got the shrine up here. Gonna go for it. And all this while, this means space for Ana.
Ana level 6.
Yeah, Ana level 6 already. He's gonna see the Beastmaster here. The ward spotting them out is a big stack, but Storm zipping in, finding the Beastmaster. Slowed down by the board a bit, but the stun from the Avalanche is actually going to get that. They're going to give the kill over to...
and the toss!
Wait, hold on. The toss
put it into the wrong guy!
Well, beautiful, actually.
Oh, the arrow!
Actually, the arrow is going to hit, nail Joyston in the head. Not so Thompson after all, but you know what? Sometimes even Thompson has his offbeats, right?
Oh, man. Tiny. This is where you talk to Tiny. He's like, yeah, it's cool to toss him back, but don't toss it back to me when I'm at 20% life. Right, Storm very, very low. And then Mirana with the arrow, like, you had one direction, very easy arrow to hit. Nice play in the end. And that's their first kill, actually.
Yeah, that's the first kill for the Prime.
Prime, Optimus Prime. We'll call him Optimus. But she's just farming, which is good.
Alright, another pull it of the Mirana again. She does have 3 leaps again. It's going to leap once. It's quite conservative about her leaps actually. Tiny not able to get the toss back onto the Storm Spirit. And they'll just be, you know, chipping away at this tower for a bit.
Yeah.
Centaur actually, sorry, I was going to click on Centaur, but he goes down in the end to the burst damage from the Oracle as well as the Troll and the Pangolier actually. So
yeah, it's going to take all 3 to kill him.
It's going to take off. There's a big kill to get actually, I think, at this point in time. Centaur is doing incredibly well. You know, I mean, let's take a look at net worth for a bit. Juggernaut at the top. Yeah, so definitely taking down the Centaur was pretty important. Troll try to further his lead. Because he is still quite a ways behind that Juggernaut, who, you know, had a lot of space top here. And you're gonna get a shout, you're gonna roar at this guy, but you know what? He's gonna spin away. He's still got Omni Slash as well, so he will be just fine. He's got backup coming in as well. No, in fact, doesn't even call for backup. It's perfectly fine. Has the south.
Should be good to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
great. And there was, you know, 4 people at top here.
And to be honest, Jugs had Omni. If there was one other hero, he could have turned that around.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But more farm in here. It's a Mjolnir. What do you think about that? It's first item with Jugs.
Pretty standard item, right?
Yeah.
You want to go for Mjolnir. You just want to farm for a bit, and then maybe you get something like a Manta here, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Manta would be pretty good. Just get a Manta, and then you're more or less in fighting shape, right?
Yeah.
Centaur.
Creep cutting. That's what we gotta do. Get
Creep
Vanguard.
cutting, gotta get the Vanguard. Nothing out of the ordinary. Oracle, 10-minute rune coming up. Storm going for a Kaya straight. Yeah, that's about right.
Oh, there's a fight. Oh no. Centaur just completely creep cutting. They're gonna take this tower
I mean, they're just gonna ignore each other, right? This is the lane where Centaur, okay, they have the courier coming in. It's gonna fly into the trees. Oh, look at this pretty courier. It's so pretty. It's like a Shiba with wait, I can't see it. What? Look at that. Wow. Amazing. Flying dog.
Doge. I think it's gonna call.
Okay.
Get with the times.
Okay. My bad. Getting corrected by the ancient one here.
Ancient one.
That feels bad.
In rank, in
I
and
mean,
in age.
Are
or
you though? Let's
is that
pull out your
double joke? Is that? I get it. But Moonlight being used.
Moonlight. Yeah.
They're gonna look
They're
to
gonna
catch
ping out
somebody.
the Centaur, but can they really take him down? There are 4 men rotating over. They got a Centaur, but Centaur senses tingling, gonna back right off. I believe he runs into the vision of this ward, the sentry over here. So you know what? They're gonna find him. They're gonna evade that gank really well. This ward also, you know, Centaur's gonna be like, aha, I knew it.
One thing that's worrying though, Pango, like you
Level
really want
4.
the levels,
Yeah.
And level 4, not really making much of an impact in terms of the laning, not really getting ganks.
Does have a tomb coming in soon. Okay,
Yeah.
but top lane they're gonna go for this tower. 3 men pushing onto this tower here, but there is a response from the Radiant. The Prime, they're gonna come in and try to defend this tower.
Yeah, but I mean the Beastmaster is not like you want to be snowballing. You want to be, you know, you get your Vlads, start pushing with all the creeps, and then just kind of pushing that T1 very early.
You want to get the Dominator here?
Yeah. I mean, he does have the Vlads here, which is nice, but he is not able to hit that tower.
Right.
And
the tower is basically okay. It's not that virgin. It's not that virginal, but you know, almost there.
The Tiny, man. I mean, Tiny's been all over the place and is level 7. Has phase in a bottle. That's all you need.
Phase in a bottle.
I mean,
Tiny, I mean, he wants a blink, right? But the thing is that, you know, you're not the initiator. He's the one that, you know, wants to just toss people in, toss that Centaur in, right? Actually. Or to toss. Okay, right. Tiny's going to come from the back here. Gets shouted at, roared down. A lot of damage coming out from the wolves, actually, from the boar here. They're going to find anybody? What's it here? He was trying to go for the troll, really? What was the Stampede for?
I think it was an offensive one. He didn't really know. It's like, oh, they see a fight, and they kind of just done it.
Okay, right. It did look like they were engaging for a moment, but I didn't really know what. So, Raw extended, as well as Stampede. So, that are 2 big ults actually down, right? His arm onto the... Okay, Pangolia rolling forward. Asian driver coming through. What? Rolls around and
I mean, that's like an Asian driver. Like, they're supposed to go straight, but instead they did like a U-turn, like in the middle of the road. Sounds like an Asian driver to me.
I mean, I hope that Schweizer signaled. That's, you know, that's the most important thing, signaling before you turn.
Did not. Yeah, there's no signals on that thing. Pango? You trust Pango to make a turn signal? It's like you don't even know Pango. Like, I know the real Pango.
That shady dude,
So shady dude. Spiking drinks. Look at him. He's in the river. Spiking the river. Typical. Schweizer. I don't trust people named Schweizer or Pango.
They're going to try to go to the Jakiro. Jakiro is going to go down, but Tiny is here. Moonlight Shadow pops as well. They do have dust, and they're going to toss out the Pangolia. Drop him down. Thank you for flying with Tiny Airlines again. Going to go for the Oracle this time. Not able to get off the ult. And that's 2 for 1. They take down the Jakiro, but they also take down the Pangolia as well as the Oracle. And OG or Go, they're going to be very happy with that.
I think we're seeing the power of the Tiny. Just the fact that he's got the stuns, he's got the toss, he just kind of controls where they're fighting. You know what I mean? The fact that the Beastmaster at one point had to use Roar just to get away
they're
is
so
very, very scary.
Of the Tiny, huh?
Super tanky. Tiny, I think, is really underrated for.
Not tiny at all.
I see what you mean.
Not tiny at all.
Not tiny. Yeah. It's such a strong hero.
For the Storm Spirit. Oh my goodness. Thompson's going to be very happy about that.
I mean, level 8, and all she's been doing is she's just been roaming.
Yeah,
right?
roaming. Perfect. You know, perfect. Level 8 is, you know, really good timing. Already has the urn. You know, lots of health are going to build into that Blink Dagger right now. And they're going to move towards bot lane, all on the same page. They know the troll is there. The Oracle is behind, trying to back him up, but will he be able to do anything much? They throw the access with a tiny shout on him as well. They're going to purge him out and try to finish him up. But you know, at the same time, remember the Storm has Storm has the regen rune. Oh my goodness, beautiful out actually onto the Beastmaster. But is that really the hero you want to save? Now they're going to go on the Oracle as well. Can he kill him as well? Gets one more heal off, but in the end, he goes down. The Oracle as well. They're going to go for the Troll Warlord, but right now he's being controlled. No Oracle out to take him down. Successful gank from
15 minutes rune too.
And 15-minute runes, they're going to get all of them. I think at least Mirana is going to get 1 top, but there'll be 3 runes going the way of gold.
Just
going.
It was a bad start to that fight for the Radiant, in the sense that, like, the troll, you want him to bait in all the attacks, and then you get the false promise on him. You don't want to be using false promise on the Beastmaster, right? Because you're pretty much just wasting it, because it's just a matter of time before that guy just falls, right? Beastmaster has ways to heal himself up, obviously makes massive use of that ult. So a little bit of a misplay there.
They go in the Tiny, but they just weren't able to kill him.
Yeah, like I said, the Tiny, very strong hero. I think it's the new Mirana / Night Stalker of this patch. I think it's very meta.
Right.
I've been seeing it a lot.
Okay, Tiny +4 on Holland. Will I be seeing that now?
I'm not good with. I I haven't had enough reps in, so to speak, or enough games with the Tiny.
All right. Yeah. Time for
like
it to
my
happen.
my tosses, I will toss you incorrectly. You know, like I'll toss my supports in or something.
To be fair, it takes a bit of practice, I suppose, to get the positioning right all the time, to know, when you're in range for that grab, the toss, and your direction that you face.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's pretty important.
Yeah, it's a pretty big thing. And to be honest, I've been seeing even the pros, like Crit and them, just playing this hero, and previously Earth Spirit hero or Earth Spirit players, and they're not really Earth Spirit's been nerfed so many times that I don't think he's relevant anymore. But it looks like Tiny.
The creeps called out Mirana. Did you see that? They totally ratted out on her right there. Okay, spin away. It's gonna dodge all the spells from Oracle and deter any arrow. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at the Mirana getting ousted by the creeps. Like they didn't know she was hiding in the trees here actually. Okay, but then
the creeps did the giveaway.
The creeps. Those creeps ain't loyal. Oh, the arrow I think actually gives sight of that smoke, and they're gonna find him. The Oracle, toss him up, throw him down. He's dead before he even hits the ground.
Oracle did not see that one coming. Just bad positioning.
I mean, Oracle. Oh, so close. Sad.
But that is the blink reveal. I'm pretty sure they saw that.
Yeah. Just now when the arrow flew past them, right? I think they actually saw the smoke right now.
Yeah.
So the Radiant actually had time to back off, but I think I feel like Go are just too far ahead right now.
They're very far. I mean, but the thing is that they seem to be really in sync with one another. It's like they've hit
they're on the same page at all times.
Like the good laning, and now they're making moves together. They're definitely making the ganks have been on point. Like every time Storm is there, the Tiny's been there to back them up.
Yep. Communication is just brilliant here.
Yeah. And then you see the Radiant right now. I mean, look at it. Net worth. Top 3, all Dire.
And not by a small margin as well. It's huge.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is that the T1 mid for Dire is a little low.
They're fine. What do you about that tower?
No, it's the mid T1.
No,
it's the most important.
It's fine.
67% of the time they win all the time if they take out the mid T1 first.
No.
That is a real stat.
Lies.
No, it's like somebody did the math. I don't know what patch it was on, but it was like a true thing.
What are you, budget Nahas now?
I am budget Nahas.
Budget Nahas.
Yeah, we're the same age.
Okay.
You know. I knew you were gonna go there, so I thought I'd beat you to the punch.
All right.
Yeah, I saw where that joke was going.
All right, speaking of that mid tower going down,
Booms.
Beastmaster, let's take it down, and that's gonna be quite an important chunk of map control going the way of the Radiant actually. But the Radiant, they have lost both tier 1s on the side lane. They will smoke up right now as they look to get a pick off. There are Necro books right now on that Beastmaster. And Mirana has gone for a Dragon Lance, into Wraith Bands. Lots of stats, she's very strong. They're going to find the Centaur. Is that really the one you want to go for? Centaur stampedes away, they're going to back off immediately. That's not the one. That's not the dude you want, man. He's big, he's strong, he's scary. And at the same time now, Star Spirit is going to go for the Warlord and try to bait out some things. He does have an Orchid already, so yeah, that was the rotations coming in. Storm has no mana, but at the same time, lag. Okay, but fine.
That seemed a bit odd, right? Like, Storm, you saw the Moonlight or whatever, but it seemed like the Troll was so low that most cores in that place would have gotten greedy and gone for the Troll.
Yeah, but I think he saw the rotations coming in from the Shrine because of this wall, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so decided to back off instead. A lot of discipline actually. That's quite impressive.
True. Yeah.
I would have been so greedy, and I think maybe also it might have been a bit of misplay, like thinking that the Orchid might pop actually. The burn. Yeah, Soul Burn might actually pop the last bit, but I don't know.
Okay.
We'll just ask the Storm later.
Arrow right by the 20-minute mark. Doesn't hit the
Storm. It
Storm.
Hits the Storm actually. He's still stunned.
Because of the bottle. They're gonna wait for it.
Bottle.
Securing the runes though, most important thing right now. Storm back to full. It's got the illusion rune and a Kaya toast item. Shoot up.
To all of us Asians here, right? Like, when we saw Kaya, I was like, what? The thing you eat? Yeah, I swear. Like, it did not hit me that it was an item. I still think it's like a spread, a delicious like coconut pandan spread that you put on your bread. Yeah, that I used to have like almost every day, for bread. All right, the Storm is gonna come out. They're gonna catch, troll up. ult does pop,
He's not gonna fight though.
Early, actually. They probably could fight this, but Troll is backing off, actually. He does have the diffuser.
He
gets tossed back in right now. The Oracle's gonna pop right now. They're gonna shout up the what do you call it, Ana. Ana's gonna turn around. They're gonna stand, but he's still standing inside the what do you call it, inside the Magnifier. Just gonna burn him down. Go bait him. That stuff burns, man. And they're gonna take down in the end the Beastmaster as well.
Continue to run.
Chasing him down. The Pangolier he does have the Javelin already. He's going to be quite fast because he runs on 4 legs. I thought he's not going to really catch anybody. And that will be the end of that fight. It's a 3-for-1. They do take down Ana though.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay in terms of positioning for the Oracle. Like being in that jungle, but it was too aggressive.
Right.
It was too far ahead. It's using the back more and then let the Troll get into a better position so that, you know, the perfect time to turn around. It didn't really happen, and so the false promise was used a little
early,
preemptively.
right? Yeah,
very early. But they could have turned that around if the false promise was on point.
Okay, so when exactly does when you should, okay, with the most ideal situation, when should the Oracle cast a false promise?
It should actually be cast when, like, she should not have been shown. If they didn't know where the Oracle was and they went 100% onto the Troll, like at midlife, when it depends on when people are attacking him. Right. If everybody was focusing him, then he would have casted it. But instead, all of the heroes were all over the place. They were attacking the Oracle, they were attacking the Troll, and so at that point he just popped it, right? So the jig is up pretty much in the sense that like nobody's gonna focus the Troll if they see the false promise on it, right? So that's kind of why you need to make sure that you're not seen.
Does Troll immediately have to pop out once they cast that?
It can help because it helps with the healing, right?
But you know, Oracle is gonna fall immediately zip in from the Storm as well. They're gonna take out the Mirana. There's a big kill going the way of Dire, and now Pangolier rolling through, trying to try and get some control right now, but Troll Warlord just gonna go down immediately. No ult to speak of. Storm's also going in the backlines again. Take down Schweizer for the Pangolier. And,
yeah.
420, by the way.
420. Woo! I mean, but Warlord Troll there, no, what is it? Battle Trance?
Yeah, no Battle Trance.
So he has no way to fight. He's pretty much a glorified melee creep at this point.
He could be a range creep if he wanted to, okay?
He could be. He could
be a range creep if he wanted to. Go
but
tell me what
love
he
it.
is.
I love it how Go is taking objectives. They know that they have some, you know, they have a little bit of space, and so they're taking Roche. Great call there.
Tiny and the Centaur, you know, they're so in sync with each other here.
Yeah.
Whenever the Centaur goes on, Tiny's there to back him up. Tiny just, wow, Jarek's actually. Yeah. Real Jarek, I think.
I think it's the real one.
I think it's the real Jarek. Has to be. That's the telling weight, yeah.
So, yeah. If you take off Jarek's mask, it's like Scooby-Doo, and then it's like so this is the real Jarex.
So they do drop a ward here. They know that the Troll and everybody is approaching the Roshan pit. Roshan is taking a while to go down, actually.
Oh, they back off.
So Roshan is pretty low, slightly below 4 half HP. And they will back off again. A lot of discipline coming up from the side of Go. You know, choosing to make sure that you know, they are in the right position before they can actually secure objectives. Very impressive.
Yeah, good disengage there. To be honest, I think that they saw like because they did have a ward.
Yeah, they had this ward here. That's right.
They saw
so this ward, and they also have this ward on the high ground actually. So that's going to spot the Moonlight and Shadow rotation.
Yeah, so decent wards there. Obviously paying off in dividends, and keeping a 10k net worth lead is you just got to play smart. Right?
Yeah.
Push out the lanes, make sure that you're not taking unnecessary structure damage. Just kind of pushing through, and then of course getting the right amount of ganks.
Yeah. So. Juggernaut went for that Maelstrom into S and Y, incredibly fast and tanky and strong as well. Gonna go after the Necronomicon, but no, decides to give up.
Juggernaut's gonna be scary at some point. With the blink in from the Beast Master with Necro 1, I think.
Necro 1s, yeah. They're going to almost got the Necro 2.
Stupendous!
And now tipping into the Mirana, she is silenced out there. TP's coming in from the Beastmaster, but he decided to cancel it because Mirana is going to be just fine. It's going to even turn actually. Now Storm is going to zip and will miss a kill on the Beastmaster top actually, as the four heroes from from the side of a Go, they converge in onto the Beastmaster. He doesn't expend the ult, but now they know it's safe to go in for Roshan. And but Storm is gonna Not
He's not that so great at taking out Roche. You'll be there just to take the Aegis at the end.
Okay. Yeah, I think Storm is an amazing Aegis carrier. You definitely want it on that Storm for now. And so yeah, so gotta just take down Roshan. I'm not sure if you can do it in 20 seconds right now. That Beastmaster is gonna be up soon. Okay, but they've got it. Healing ward as well. A lot of damage coming out from Juggernaut. Roshan goes down and takes the Aegis. Oh, it's actually Ana who takes the Aegis instead. So they will be moving into their offlane jungle. Another brilliant ward set up here again. Hard to deward this one. Pangolier, Schweizer, you better back yourself out. Pangoliers are already endangered, so you don't want to be putting yourself in danger. Fine. The poor Troll who's going to pop the ult as well. But doesn't have the help of the Oracle. Oracle is coming in here, but he's going to be kited to death right now, stunned up, and eventually taken down because they have True Sight. True Sight is not too expensive. Oracle. What's your...
Why is the Troll by himself?
I don't understand.
Why do you not have any of your friends nearby? Especially this Oracle.
I don't know. I saw the Oracle TP'd in, but I think it was too late by then. So
well,
that feels bad, man.
Complete lack of map awareness, I would think. Cause
I would think so too, because
why are you pushing that lane?
I think maybe. Look, I'm trying to make excuses right now. They're taking Roshan.
Stop making excuses.
Wait,
Sounds.
OG were taking Roshan.
All you do is make excuses.
But I'm trying to help the other team, sir.
Okay. All you're doing is
trying to make sure that you don't shit all over them. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the idea was that wanted to push the lane down here because they were taking Roshan, but I think underestimated the amount of time that the Dire took to get to that tower here. I mean, you guys TP in, right?
You know what it sounds like?
Yeah, what?
Sounds like you're making excuses. And to be honest, there was no point. There was no reason for them to be there.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
So
you have completely lost map control from the bottom half of the map. They only have one more Altar Tower left. The top lane there is tier 2 and it's like the least important item.
Yeah.
Okay, Beastmaster trying to rat a little bit. It's gonna has that Necro 1. Necro 1 is going to be able to get a bit of damage into that. Well, not a bit, actually, a lot of damage into that tier 2. So that will be a bit of consolation for them, I suppose, after losing that Troll.
I mean, at the end of the day, it looks like Beast is like the only one that can split push, right? He's got the Beast, the Hawks to kind of just give him a little bit of coverage. Yeah. But in terms of pushing the lane, though, he's kind of by himself.
Right.
I don't really like this lineup for that reason.
So Mirana has decided to go for the stats build here. Do you think this is the way to go?
I think that you do need a right clicker at the end of the day. You need some way to kind of get through all of this. You gotta someone to man up against this Jugs. You can't really have the magic damage because obviously Storm, Storm, Tiny, Jugs, all of these guys are somewhat. I mean, even Centaur, everybody on that team except for Chikiro is like relatively tanky and can get away.
Chikiro is actually the tankiest support around, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's because he's got 2 heads.
And he's got Glimmer Cape.
2 head.
Yeah. Okay, 2 heads, yeah. Which is great,
like an ogre, right?
Like an ogre. 2 heads but more brains than ogre.
Debatable. Debatable. Have you not seen any of the Chikiro players that I play with? No brains.
No brains?
No brains.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Ooh, arrow off the mark.
Arrow, fishing arrow is gonna come, and they're gonna go up to this high ground, this tier 3 with 13k network feed ahead, and they're just going to be able to trump down the power. They're not gonna be initiating actually. Troll coming in from the side, but what can he really do before his power goes down? Okay, Pangolier decides to roll in for a bit, bounces against the wall, jumps out the side. Almost left. Right now. There's really
the Omni.
Okay, they're gonna try to go in. Troll is gonna pop the BKB as well. Yeah, Oracle's gonna go down in the background again. And you know what? It's Juggernaut is just taking objectives. Nothing much to really do. He does get stunned up by the arrow. They do take down the Troll in the end. Oracle out doesn't do anything much. Now Anna is just spinning down. Pangolier is going to die back before he's even had time. Before the buyback symbol has even had time to disappear.
The fight looked way worse than it was because they were fighting 4v5 the entire time. Beastmaster's been pushing bottom lane, got 2 towers, and it was going high ground in the meantime. So they were completely. I don't know why they were taking that fight where they knew that the Beastmaster was all the way out there. But it looks like they're going to pay for that. Beastmaster's still there.
Is still, going for it here.
He's like,
but
I don't care.
I don't think they care. Like they're just gonna go, just gonna go for right. Okay, actually they do care. Tiny's like, I care. I want my buildings. Zip for it from the storm. Not gonna catch anybody out, but now they know that they're separated. The arrow's gonna hit the girl. Wow, there's actually no more mana onto the Juggernaut, but Juggernaut still has the Aegis, so maybe you want to bait it up, but doesn't have teammates anymore. So they're just gonna get away with a lane of Rax, actually, almost a full, but instead because they go for the melee Rax, that's gonna regen actually.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to fully recharge, but I mean, I don't know. It seemed like they were all over the place. Go could have done more damage. They didn't need to send 3 people back just to deal with the Beastmaster.
Yeah, for sure.
And they probably could have gotten at least a range or a melee if they focused on one of the two. So kind of not optimal, and there were definitely some room
sort
for
of like their
improvement.
first questionable play, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so far they've been moving perfectly and all that kind of thing, except till this bit here, like, you know, when they're going high ground, and then suddenly there's that sort of miscommunication between like whether they want to go back or whether they want to go and what do you call it, continue on with the racks, you know. Okay, so now they're smoked up. Gonna be looking for another kill. They do see the Mirana here, but Mirana does have a BKB, okay? Does have a BKB. You gotta find her in the background here, toss her up, stomped it out, chain stunned to death. Goodbye, Cat Lady. No chance to leap away whatsoever. And Mirana does have a buyback, but
the timing on that was so nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Perfectly stacked.
Yeah, they perfectly chained all their stuns. Yeah, win rate right now at 100%. They're gonna go for the Rex, Stampede out as well. We're not gonna catch anybody here. They're gonna catch the troll out of position yet again. Ice Path is gonna catch the Oracle. Oracle's not able to save anybody. No buyback. Well, Troll's flying back right now, but he's gonna stun him into the Macropire. So Macropire doing a lot of damage. That stuff is not good. Bathe in, we don't bathe in lava anyway. So please don't.
Also being used.
Moonlight being used. They already taken the mid lane of Rex. Troll tickling them. Now the shout comes out as well. The raw, and it's gonna go, and you know they're gonna try to take down the Spear. Congratulations on taking out support. You lost all your buildings. Beastmaster gonna get a pullback right now, and it is just a complete disaster for the side of the Radiant. 5-31. They're still trying to hold on, but I'm not sure what they're trying to hold on for. The base is better than my dreams, and they're just gonna have to probably pick this up and go next, you know.
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting back up on this one. I think that the laning phase just proved to be too strong. Go was really coordinated. I mean, the entire fights, everything seemed there was not a single team fight where I was like, oh, that's a bad one. They just lost.
Yeah, nope, not at all. Perfect decision making all the way. Yeah, until until that, you know, the last bit of Rex, but they didn't lose much, did they? So
I think of all the teams that I've seen at FSL so far, I think that Go has been the cleanest of all of them,
for sure,
right?
Yeah, definitely the cleanest.
The synchronization, the coordination of everything, just they seem to be really on point with what they want to do, which is, you know, 5-man at 30 minutes.
Completely agree here, and I think Jarex is honestly my MVP for all this. Alright, back on Mirana. They're gonna be fountain diving for a bit. Schweizer, Pangolier not able to do much. Centaur super ultra strong. What can you really do? You can't touch his Centaur. Can't touch his
I mean, 80 seconds dead for Mirana. I feel like Mirana didn't. This is the whole magic burst thing. Is that it's good against certain lineups, but against like a tiny Storm, Jug, Centaur,
you ain't bursting them.
You're not bursting them, right? So
shout out on the Storm as well. The Centaur is here to save the day, followed by the Ice Palm, and Storm is super safe. Not gonna be too worried about anything. They do take the Beastmaster in return. He buys back, but
look at the Centaur, BMing, just literally standing still.
Hit me! Hit me! And the Asian is gonna pop. The game goes very, very convincingly to Go, and or rather, like what I can call them, the OG fangirls here as I am. Alright, so we've got Jarex, Ana, Thompson, real Thompson by the way.
I feel like the heroes are all relatively good, okay, on Prime Starsurge, but the thing is that the synergy between each other, not really that good.
We can see what the idea was, right? Like, we knew they wanted to do this, and, you know, they had like a firm lockdown, you know, for the Beastmaster, for the Storm Spirit, but...
Like, I'm looking at the Pengo and the Beastmaster, I feel like they're doing kind of the same thing, where they're controlling the fights, and they're kind of, you know, like the Aura level, like the Crimson, like Pipe, that level, like the offlaner, right? But I feel like they're doing the exact same thing. And so those
when
two
you overlap the roles this way.
Yeah. And you're not really contributing to the fight. At the end of the day, you need somebody that can burst somebody down, right? And they didn't really have that, the damage, so to speak.
But because everybody on the side of Go, they were so tanky, they were so strong. I mean, you look at Centaur, even getting a Desolator at the end of the game.
Might as well, right?
Might as well. The throne goes down faster.
Yeah. So we're gonna take another break. The next game is gonna be Rapsaka.
Rapsaka versus Astria.
Okay. So we'll be back shortly.
We'll be back shortly. That's right. So grab some food. We're gonna grab food. Yes, finally. And then we'll be back. So we'll see you soon.